Hello everybody, welcome back. We've had a buy the rumor, sell the news event, haven't we really, with Ethereum. Spot ETF has now been approved, ex lente. But also the rest of the market's all been pulling back and the Dixie's been pumping. Fine, okay, fair enough. So the S&P yesterday pulled back from top to bottom to the tune of 1.78%. Fair enough, fair enough. It also took the rest of the market down with it, which is still coming down a little bit. And with a buy the rumor, sell the news type vibe taking place on Ethereum, where are we going to pick it up from? Or are we going to pick it up? Well, last time, when we think about what happened with Bitcoin's spot ETF, there was a significant pullback, wasn't there? And then it got bought the hell back up, didn't it really? It went straight up and only up. So we're going to be seeing the same sort of thing happen now. Well, possibly, but where from? Where from? So looking at Ethereum to start with, really, we've come down below this Bollinger Band. The Bollinger Bands were pinching quite tightly, so I suppose some volatility was inbound, and we certainly got that. If we're thinking about supports, there's 3,450, there's also 3,230. All these areas massive buy the dip areas, really, on Ethereum. So Ethereum's popular again. It's cool again. Ethereum is cool again. This is what it did last time, and I think this is what I was trying to put across to everybody when I was talking about this. I was saying, look, when I bought Ethereum, and for the record, I've actually still got it. You know, I didn't get shaken out of this position. Bought Ethereum around about 160. You know, when I felt like a bull market had begun. And so 160 went up and it went down, it went down, it went up, it went down, it went up. It basically went sideways for like almost 2 years. And then it went up and it was cool and everybody wanted it. So I think we're going to be seeing the same sort of thing happen now. So it's in all fairness, it's been down, but it's generally been up. It went down and then it's gone up. So we could be about to see Ethereum get like super cool again. This is a bullish chart, by the way. Definitely bullish chart. We were talking about the Golden Cross retest incoming. And we front run it and we've shot up. We've got a pump signal on the daily. We're coming down probably to some form of support on the daily. So we might be thinking about 3,500 really for Ethereum to buy that dip on it. Also, when you're looking at this on the weekly, Captain Hindsight reminds us that the Bollinger Band strategy still applies. This is really good. So there was your Golden Cross retest. There's your Bollinger Band. And there's your move up. And you know, the previous local high over here, as all-time high, sorry, 4,700. It's not far away, is it really? It's not far away. We were talking about this on the Patreon. I think I made a few videos about it, talking about the risk to reward on Ethereum when we were approaching this area. Still relatively good. So allow for it to come down, because it's not just Ethereum that's coming down. Ethereum's going to have probably an emphasized move on it if it is a sell the news event. And then, like Bitcoin, we might get picked up. So there might be some decent futures trades brewing on that a little bit later. But the S&P, like I said, pulled back, and the Dixie had a little push up. So the Dixie doesn't quite know exactly what it wants to do here on the 4 hourly. Still technically bearish, really, on the 4 hourly, but the daily is a different story. The daily obviously bouncing on the 200 exponential, rejection on the Bollinger Band center, so we're still looking for a bit more of a pullback on this one before it breaks completely bullish. It's still consolidating from that level, and obviously the weekly is bullish as well on this one, but you know, probably the more bullish of all is the weekly. You can't get bearish on this one until we get back down below 104.2, really, 104.3. So we're looking for probably a bit more downside temporarily before we see ourselves moving back up again. Now, I personally feel as though we're at the beginning of excellent entry points, and I started my dollar cost averaging into some of these altcoins a couple of weeks ago, hoping for lower. And I'm not convinced that we're going to get much lower, but if we do, it's something we should take seriously. We should want it. We should enjoy that. So I'm hoping that we are going to see lower on altcoins, so I can continue with the dollar cost averaging. Because, like I say, I only managed to put in less than 10% of the cash that I've been hoarding, you know, throughout the majority of this year, really. no way to deploy it. So the good news is Total 2's got a pump signal on the daily as well, which is good. So you'll be looking for any of these supports to hold. First one being 1.09 trillion, all the way down to 1.04 trillion. All of these areas by the dips. This is a bullish chart, so we're talking bullish across the board. So really, there's not much more to say other than to allow for the markets to help tell us what it wants to do for the rest of the day. And then with that, maybe you can join me on the Patreon later and we can look at as many altcoins as possible. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.